Welcome to qnawire.
Hi, so over here we're going to deal with transitions on hydrogen-like atoms for which we know that the energy for a certain state n is going to be equal to minus 2.18 times 10 to the minus 18 multiplied by the value of z squared divided by n squared. So if we want to look at the change of energy, this is going to be equal to minus 2.18 times 10 to the minus 18 times z squared. And then we're going to have 1 over the final state that we're going to have minus 1 over the initial state that we have. So in your calculation for part A, we're told to calculate the energy required to excite helium plus, which has Z equal from ground state to a 3p orbital. So the ground state in the case of helium plus, it's going to be a 1s orbital. Its electron configuration would be 1s directly. So we want to go from 1 to 3, right? So your formula is correct, but the mistake that you made is on the sign of the energy that you're going to get. Because this now becomes 1 over 9, because it's 3 squared, minus 1 over 1. Instead of z, we're going to have a value of 2 squared, which is 4. And notice that this factor is negative because we have 1 over 9 minus 1 over 1. So the result over here is going to be equal to 7.751 times 10 to the minus 18 joules. Now let's see what happens in part B. In B, what is going to happen is that an helium plus atom is going to collide with an oxygen 7 plus ion, and that is going to produce an excitation. So now the energy coming from the excited helium plus atom, it's going to transfer completely to the ground state oxygen 7 plus ion. So for us, we are given the change of energy that is going to be positive. It's going to be 7.75 times 10 to the minus 18 joules. And this is equal to the same formula, but for oxygen, we know that Z is equal to 8. So now what this is going to look like is equal to minus 2.18 times 10 to the minus 18 times 8 squared times 1 over n final minus 1 over 1, that is 1 over 4 squared, right? Because we're told that we're starting in the 4s state. 4s. Perfect. So with this information, we can solve for n final. I recommended you to do it in 2 different steps just to avoid any mistakes. We're going to have 7.75 times 10 to the minus 18 joules over minus 2.18 times 10 to the minus 18, same thing, joules. 8 squared, that is 64. This is equal to 1 over n final minus 1 over 4 squared. So what we can do is pass the 1 over 4 squared to the other side. I'm being careful not to miss the squared over here. So this now becomes plus 1 over 4 squared equals to 1 over n final squared. From here, what you're going to find is you do the calculation on all of this side and take the inverse. So you take nf squared is going to be equal to 144. Thus, and final corresponds to 12. And that would be all.